Chapter 1: The Return. On Alumni Day at an Ivy League campus, I was forced to kneel in front of a crowd. A woman stormed onto campus with a swarm of media behind her. Cameras flashed, phones went up. Then, Banksy dropped to her knees in front of me. "Emily Carter!" she screamed, her voice breaking. "Give me back my life." The crowd fell silent. Then she pulled off her glove. 3 fingers gone. 10 years, she said hoarsely, staring straight at me. "I spent 10 years in a factory as a slave for you. You took my place. You went to college. You became someone I was supposed to be. All cameras turned to me." She pulled out a stack of yellowed papers. "My SAT score?" she said. "0. But every single practice test I scored 100 points higher than you." She stepped closer. "Swear to God," she said, her voice trembling with rage, "that you didn't steal my results." I raised my hand before I could speak. She lifted her pant leg, a prosthetic leg. "Go on," she whispered. "Swear." Chapter 2: The Accusation. I recognized her then. Jessica Brown, my best friend in high school? 10 years, she shouted. "I worked assembly lines while you took my future." She threw the papers at me. "I beat you in every mock exam, but on the SAT I got a 0. And you went Ivy. Stayed on campus, built a career." Her eyes locked onto mine. "Tell them," she demanded. "Tell them you didn't switch my score." I opened my mouth. She raised her mutilated hand again. "Still want to swear." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Chapter 3: Public Outrage. People started shouting, "That's disgusting! She ruined her life. Expose her." Jessica pulled up her pant leg again. "She sits in an office," she cried, "while I got my leg crushed by factory machines. Today," she shouted, "either give me back my life or pay me $1 million. The cameras zoomed in. The live stream exploded. Chapter 4: A Witness. Then someone pushed through the crowd. "I can testify. I froze when I saw him, Doniel Wright, my boyfriend. The man I had loved for years. Emily's grades were always worse than Jessica's," he said calmly. "If she got into a top school, there's only one The crowd erupted. Chapter 5: The Turn. I stayed silent for a few seconds. Then I said, quietly, "I never went to college." The crowd went still, then burst into laughter. "Yeah, right? Look at what you're wearing. Who are you kidding?" Actually, that moment, university officials arrived. "Emily Carter is not a graduate of this institution," one of them said. "She's a newly hired dormitory manager." Silence. Absolute silence. Chapter 6. The break. Jessica's face turned pale. Daniel frowned. "Then where did her money come from?" he pressed. I smiled faintly. "Because," I said, "my father is Michael Carter, the founder of Carter Group." People started searching online. Photos appeared. A family portrait. Standing beside him. "Me?" Jessica stared at me, stunned. "Why? Didn't you ever say anything?" "You never asked," I replied. Chapter 7. The Truth. We went to the Department of Education. They pulled up Jessica's SAT paper. She burst into tears. "That's mine," she said. "All correct." "How could it be 0? The staff member answered calmly, "Because you filled in the wrong candidate number. Your name and ID didn't match. The system marked it invalid." Silence. Then laughter. Chapter 8. Collapse. Jessica broke down completely. "So, it wasn't her," she whispered. "It was me." Daniel stepped back immediately. "This was your idea," he said. "Not mine," Jessica screamed. "You're the one who owed gambling debts. You made me do this." Her voice cracked. "My leg, you told me to break it for sympathy?" The room froze. Chapter 9. The End. In the chaos, a man rushed in, holding a knife. 2 swift strikes. Daniel collapsed, his face slashed beyond recognition. Jessica, dead on the spot. Later, the news reported the attacker was her husband, a longtime abuser. He was sentenced to life in prison. Chapter 10. Epilogue. It all ended quickly. Like a grotesque farce. I stood at the campus gates, watching the sunset. If she had come to me back then, just asked, I would have helped her. But she chose hatred, and in the end, she chose destruction. I let out a quiet breath. Some people were never your friends to begin with.